Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Picks Porch. As always, I am XFL Jim, joined by the one, the only. It is Chase, Lupine Fiasco Sesums, a.k.a. the Wolf of Oaklawn. What's up, buddy?
Nothing much, man. I'm hanging out with you. I'm watching the little like ESPN Game Center play-by-play of the Rays and Jays. Because
you love being the anti-fun guy in the room.
Listen, no one realized. Listen, everyone wants the fun things to happen, so they bet on the fun things to happen.
It's true.
You know what happens a lot?
Not fun.
Boring, unfun things, and it's always lucrative when it does.
I was talking with Maddie on Sports Hole a little bit. We tried to do the math unsuccessfully to figure out if you rolled over just the Rays money line from game one,
what the mechanical parlay would be.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's a good question. I have no idea.
Good. They were favorites in every game, so
yeah. But
if you still roll it over, yeah.
With baseball lines, like even at their most juicy, I don't think they're the which by the way, the Rays are down 6-3 going into the the bottom of the eighth, so they've got three outs left to continue their bid for history and to shit on our money line. Yeah. Get wrecked, Tampa Bay. But yeah, I'm not sure what the mechanical parlay would, but I think it would probably do pretty well compounding.
I think so. I think it'd be better than a bank.
Yeah. Oh, much better. Much better.
That's advice for the people out there. Let's get into our picks. I'm blasting away. Give me the Grizzlies minus 3.5 in the first game versus the Lakers.
We have to explain why you were blasting away. Because it's
Picks Porch.
Well, it's a Picks Porch, but it's a very special Picks Porch.
It is a very special Picks Porch. We're blasting away. We're shortening the regular picks, especially this week, but maybe going forward. I don't know. We could do like I'd be fine doing a 2-hour Picks Porch, just blasting off picks left and right.
Sure,
but
of course.
This week we are shortening it because we have 8 spring football games to get to.
Yeah. So my first one, this team seems like they're pretty hot through the play-in games. And just to get into the play-in games, they take on the Celtics tomorrow. Give me the Hawks +9, meat and potatoes -110.
I like that move. I like the Hawks. I might even sprinkle a money line kind of early on in the series.
I wouldn't mind taking a prop bet that this goes over 5 games. That maybe this goes to like a game 6 or game 7.
I like the 6-game sort of option there.
Trae Young, I hate Trae Young, but I kind of think that he kind of knows how to turn it on and just compete and stretch this out longer than it needs to go.
Yeah, he's that playoff guy. He's like, just knows when to play.
He also has a hair like someone dropped a blow pop on a barbershop floor.
He looks despicable.
Jacked up. Yeah.
Shout out Christian. Love you both. All the best. Wish me luck on your golf tournament. Christian, you're gonna win that golf tournament. I did not take you in the golf tournament. I think I took Coach just because I like the odds a little bit better.
Yeah.
But I'm rooting for you.
Listen, tempo is everything. Perfection is unattainable. What is the golf swing by Roy McAvoy?
Damn right. Next pick for me, I'm already going to Japanese sports. And I'm taking Japanese basketball by storm. Seahorses Mikawa, moneyline +160. Versus the Sun Rockers.
Staying with the NBA. Got the Knicks and the Cleveland Cavs. Give me the Knicks +5.5. Looks like the public's on it with me because it's -115.
Ooh, baby. I'm moving over to Japanese baseball now. Oryx Buffaloes moneyline versus the Chiba Lot Marines. Oryx Buffaloes, pretty good team. I wanted to also sprinkle a little bit on the Ham Fighters, but I'm being a little tentative this week. I'm just being a little cautious.
You jumped over to Japan. I'm jumping across the pond, the Atlantic pond, where I've become a little bit of a soccer sharp in the last 2 weeks. I'm just going to say. I've been doing well. Southampton FC versus Crystal Palace. Give me the draw, +200.
Ooh. You're trying to take the fun out of all leagues.
Yeah, always.
Christian says you always have the best advice, which is factual.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
I'm moving a little further west for us, but the far east. I'm going to Korea. Give me my favorite team, the NC Dinos, to get it done straight up against SSG Landers. +108 on the money line for the Dinos.
Best name best name in sports. They didn't even have to pick. They didn't have to be a raptor. They didn't have to be a T-Rex.
They're all of them.
They're all of their collective dinosaurs. The communism of prehistoric sports names. All right. We got Chelsea FC versus Brighton. I'm gonna go Chelsea plus 150 on the money line.
Okay, I like that. Last play for me before we get to the good stuff. I'm taking the Braves straight up. This is just a Kansas City fade. I'm just fading Kansas City Royals right now.
Okay. I got to get my dart action in, and I've already bet. I've already bet this once, but I'm shocked that they haven't. That I didn't move the line personally. PDC World Championship 23-24 futures. That's right, Professional Darts Championship. We're doubling down on Gerwin Price plus 600.
I was gonna say you're double dipping the Gerwin.
Double dipping on the Gerwin. It's a boom. I'm really just shocking the Gerwin right now.
Okay, that was a quick 7 minutes. Now we're already on to spring football. It is time. This is the first time since I can remember, definitely since I've been gambling, that we have 2 spring football leagues in the same weekend to bet on. Let's start with the XFL. Week 9 of the XFL. Vegas Vipers heading on the Houston Roughnecks. Roughnecks sitting right now -7 over under 44 plus 235 on the money line for the Vipers.
So I'm not crazy about this line now that it's like 7 and below, like 8.5. Okay.
Yeah, we talked about this on the gymnasium when the first early lines were dropped out. It opened at 8.5.
You know what? I'm gonna give my pick against the spread and the total in each game here, just like you do. And I'm gonna go with I'm sticking with the Vipers here plus 6.5 against the Roughnecks, and I'm gonna go over 43.5.
Yeah, I like the over in this matchup as well. I'm getting 44. I'm going to take that over anyway, and I'm getting plus 7. I'll take the Vipers. Loved them at 8.5. Sad we couldn't get that, but I'll take the plus 7. I'll sprinkle a little bit on that money line too. I'll sprinkle a little bit.
Okay.
Like I talked about this with Uncle Rico. So Houston already has the Southern Championship locked up.
Yeah,
they're in first place. They have it.
Yeah.
They have a lot of injuries. Do they rest players? Do they play 100%?
That's a good question. I mean,
this game doesn't really matter.
It doesn't really matter. It's enough for me to stick on the Vipers plus 6.5 because they've shown that they're still planning on playing the remainder of the season. That they're not going to just
they've played better since being eliminated.
Yeah, they have.
It's wild. Speaking of which, Guardians taking on the Brahmas in San Antonio. Brahmas sitting at -1.5 over under 39 plus 110 on the money line for the Guardians.
Yeah, so you just go ahead and you shut up and you give me the Guardians on the money line. Wrong team's favorite here, quite honestly. And I'll go ahead and I'll take the under 39.5.
I'll take that under as well, and I will also take the Guardians on the money line. It's just the Brahmas have the worst offensive line. Jack Cohn is not going to be able to keep up with the scoundrel Quentin Dormady. And this is a must-win for the Brahmas. Like, they can't afford to lose, but they also need the Renegades to lose. And I think the pressure is going to be too much for them.
Yeah. They haven't shined when the pressure is not on them, so.
No. Next up, we have the Renegades taking on the Defenders. Defenders -8.5 at home. Last home game for the Defenders, over-under of 42.
Last home game until the playoffs.
Yes, last regular season home game. I believe I've heard that Audi Field is sold out.
Yeah, it is.
So, yikes.
Still, I think the presence of Luis Perez is a green light to take Arlington plus 8.5. I think this is outside of the Battlehawks. I think this is dog week in the XFL. Like either dogs outright or just dogs covering big numbers. So I think Arlington covers the big number because they look way better with Luis Perez. And I'm going to go with I'm taking another over here. I'm going over 41.5.
Ooh, I'm taking the under in this matchup.
I think the system play now is just basically just take the under in the games that the Brahmas are in and then go over everywhere else.
I'm going to stick with the under in this one. I think these are two good defenses. I do think the Defenders might be resting Tamu. I think you might see a lot of Derek King.
Yep.
And I think the Renegades can kind of key in on that, where he might blow up in the passing game, but so far they've just been a run team when he's in. I think you see a big defensive slugfest in this one. I'm taking the Renegades plus the 8.5 as well. I'm not going to sprinkle on the money line here. I think the defenders are good enough to not have that be a worry.
If I've had just, betting 1 unit per game here, and I've started off 2-0, I maybe, in addition to playing that plus 8.5, I maybe sprinkle like half a unit.
If I do really good Saturday.
Yeah.
If I do really good Saturday, then I might day of.
Yeah.
Sea Dragons Battlehawks. What a capper. Potential game of the year right here for all the marbles. This is basically a playoff game. Battlehawks -1 at home, over under of 46.
Give me St. Louis laying the points. I'll take St. Louis laying the points, and let's go over again. Let's go over 46.5.
I like the over in this one. This one's been kind of back and forth. My recommendation for the people to be 100% sure on the situation, because we know that they like doing this bullshit with injuries.
Yeah.
Wait till the day of.
Wait. Yeah.
Like, wait.
Yeah.
And if AJ's in, it probably goes up to like 2.5, 3, maybe. And if he's not, I think Sea Dragons end up being favored.
So I think AJ's already in.
I think the lines are sort of showing that.
Yeah, because it's moved.
But we can't be sure.
We can't be sure. For me, it's moved. It's moved to 2. It was close to a pick'em. I do think that just based off that movement, I do think that that old AJ is ready to go. And plus I think Tano would still be playing if he
he's on the injured list.
Well, I don't think he's that injured. Like, is the thing. Like,
maybe not.
Like, because if it was between Tano starting and then bringing in someone else to back him up, then I'd be like, oh, AJ McCarron is hurt. But since they put Tano on the injured reserve,
and Beck did say AJ is starting this week. Like, he has said, for a couple days now that like AJ's getting the start.
Well, it's nice of them to say things like that out in advance.
Yes.
Whereas they could have just given us a hint that AJ wasn't playing. I'm really sour about that because that is what kept me from hitting my second XFL all 4 game God parlay of the year.
I will say more than a lot of games, this one's super ripe for live betting.
Yeah.
I
would agree.
Early on, I feel like these lines will drastically shift. Let's move over to the USFL. We have a pick'em to start, Chase. Panthers Gamblers. It's a pick'em. Total set at 38.5. I'm just going to tell you right now, I'm taking the under.
You take that under. I'll probably join with you. It seems like the USFL is more ripe for unders than the XFL.
It's because they have the kick. They don't have the go for 2. They do have the go for 3 option, but
yeah. So I'm going to take a swing on the Panthers here. I think new coaching staff, new blood, no Paxton Lynch. Why not?
New coaching staff for both teams, new quarterbacks for both teams. I believe for the Panthers, it is going to be Carson Strong, former Nevada quarterback.
Yeah. He's super tall, isn't he? Isn't he like 6'9"?
He's very tall.
Yeah.
He's very big. I'm going to take a swing on the Panthers too. I just think they're the better. They have more weapons.
I really liked Carson Strong in that Nevada team. I remember them playing in the it's not like the Little Caesars Bowl against like one of the directional mishes and just like putting it on them.
Something like that.
Yeah. But he's like a trivia question because he's so fucking tall though.
I like the Panthers here just because I know they're returning more for sure. They have more talent. The Gamblers' best aspect last year was what? Defense. They had a great defense. They lost a lot of that defensive production.
Yeah. I think you see a lot of those names in the XFL now, plus the others made other teams, you know?
Yeah, some of them are in the NFL, some are in the CFL, some are in the XFL, but they lost a lot, and I think it's going to take them a little while to kind of bounce back. Up next, Stars Showboats. Could be a really good game. Oh, and the Rays lose! The streak is over.
It's always lucrative to bet against fun things. Let's go. What is it? Stars and who?
Stars and Showboats. Stars -3 on the road, over under 39. Now, I know Uncle Rico says he never takes a favorite on the road. I am going to fade Todd Haley.
Yeah, I'm going to fade Todd Haley. He doesn't have one of the best quarterbacks in the league anymore with Tamu. Tamu's gone. They're the same, Tampa Bay Bandits that had all the same problems. Now they're minus a good quarterback. I don't have any trust for Todd Haley, but in Bart Andrus, we fucking trust. So give me the Stars -3. Let's go under here. I have a feeling you could see a anemic showboat offense.
I'm also going to go under here. I'm going to take the Stars -3. My only potential worry is Cookus a little skittish after coming back from the injury.
No.
I don't
He's
think
a
so.
fucking dog, dude.
Because Case Cookus he's a wild man.
He is a fucking dog. Like, I don't say that. I don't say that about people. That's not my thing. I can't think of a better word to describe Case Cookus than he is a fucking dog.
He's a fucking dog. Maulers, Breakers. Breakers -4 at quote unquote home. Over under 37.5. Also, shout out Memphis. I think Memphis has like 20-some thousand tickets sold.
Yeah, dude. I was
Game.
When I was visiting family in the Memphis area around Thanksgiving, like my cousin who's like in her late 40s, early 50s, and her husband were like, "Yeah, dude, we're pumped. We're pumped for the showboats."
Yeah, Memphis was a good pick for the USFL. Good move.
Yeah,
that was a good
great
pivot.
pick. Great pick. It's a fantastic place to lose your life, but it's a good place for football.
Damn right it is. Maulers, Breakers -4, over under 37.5. So the Maulers, I think, will be better. I think out of every USFL team, I talked about this with Eric, they're the most unknown because they had talent and they had potential, but Kirby Wilson was the most inept head coach I've ever seen.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but I trust the Breakers. They have a lot of talent. They return a decent amount, and they have a huge upgrade at quarterback. And I think, honestly, I know you were a big Fedora guy. I think it's an upgrade at head coach.
I think it is too. I for this league, for like what if you have good quarterback play and when you have the weapons that they have, like this should be like a quarterback coach become head coach, like dream come true. Quite honestly, with someone who comes from the CFL who could obviously fucking sling it, right? And some very talented wide receivers. Not to mention a pretty good backfield if they retain some of those running backs.
Yes, sir. I love the Breakers -4. I'm going to take the under 37.5 though, just because I like even losing what they did on defense. I still like their defense, and the Maulers' still only good aspect last year was their defense.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm on the under here. I feel like playing the unders in week 1 of USFL just because I think the XFL might have been an aberration.
The XFL has just been weird. Like every game's been hitting over, but also, strangely enough, for a lot of these leagues, the XFL more than a lot of spring leagues this year has been a very pass-friendly. Like they've been a very pass-first league for a lot of the teams.
Yeah, whereas you saw the two teams that ran the ball the best were in the USFL finals last year.
I mean the Generals.
Oh, that's right.
They made the playoffs.
That's what I meant. I'm sorry. It was the Stars and the.
They both won their division.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Speaking of which, General Stallions to cap off a great weekend of football. Stallions -5 at home, over under 40. Now, I may be shocked. Both these teams are returning a decent amount. I understand that the Generals lose a decent amount at wide receiver. Obviously, you lose someone like Turpin, you're going to be losing that.
Yeah.
They keep the running backs, and they keep intact a lot of that offensive line. And obviously, like Perez being gone might hurt their quarterback. DeAndre Johnson looked good. They have good quarterbacks. I think 5 is a ludicrous number, personally.
I think it is too. I'm all over the Generals at +5 at this point. Also, I just want to say, for the record, I think that the Stallions might have the steepest drop off between year 1 and year 2 because they're not playing all of the games in Birmingham.
I will fade them on their first road game.
I don't think a bunch of people are going to make the trip up Highway 78 from fucking Memphis to Birmingham. I've driven that. That's a dog shit stretch of road to have to drive to catch
Not
a
to
USF.
mention Detroit.
God damn. So, I don't think I want to say this. I feel like it's a fade the Stallions year until they get back like into their markets.
I don't know, man. The Stallions still have a lot of cohesion, and they're still a very well put together roster. And I think with a full season with Bo Scarborough, he could be a standout in the league.
True, but let's just go ahead and say for this week, this point right now, the number's way too big.
Well, I think a steep drop off just could be them losing like 3 games.
Well, it would be a steep drop off because that could be enough to keep them out of
It could.
you know.
It very well could. Okay, so I'm on the Generals +5. I might sprinkle a little money line, but I think the Stallions at home edge them out. I'm on the under 40 in this one too.
I'm with you.
Now, Chase, we're putting together some parlays, some round robins. Which one do you want to do first?
Let's start with the round robin. Let's go. You pick two. You pick one. I'll pick one until we have a 4-team round robin here.
Okay, I'm starting with the Vipers money line.
You're going with the Vipers money line.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the the Renegades +8.5.
Renegades +8.5. Okay, now I'm heading over. No, I don't want that. I'm going to go next. I'm going to go the under 38.5 in the Gamblers-Panthers game.
Okay. I'm going to go Did you already say Generals +5 against the Stallions?
I did not.
I'm going to go Generals +5 then.
Generals +5. Oh, I'm seeing +5.5 now.
Oh, even better.
Okay, round robin. Do you want to do all 10 bets?
Yep.
Okay. $10 to win $619.
Let's get it.
That's a good one.
That is pretty good. All right,
Okay.
and then now our best 4 parlays, and then we'll do our 8-game God parlays.
Yeah, we'll do my best 4 right now. So it's going to be Stars money line, Generals +5.5. St. Louis -1 and Breakers -4. +1,000. 10 to 1.
I'm going to go, if you can put it together for me.
I can.
I'm going to go Vipers and the points.
Okay.
Guardians on the money line. And then, hold on, let me pull up something here. See if I'm trying to, instead of having you read things off to me.
I can do it real quick.
Okay. Give me Michigan on the money line.
Done.
And give me New Jersey +5.5.
+1,300.
There we go. That'll work. 13 to 1.
Now it's time for the 8-game mega.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna get a little fun with this one. Let's do Vipers +7, Guardians money line, Renegades +8.5, St. Louis -1, Stars -3, Generals +5.5, under 38.5 in the Panthers Gamblers game. Breakers -4. +18,000.
Okay. So give me Vipers +6.5.
Got it.
Guardians money line.
Got it.
Give me Renegades +8.5.
Got it.
Give me St. Louis -2.
Got it.
I'm going to go Philly -2.5.
Got it.
New Jersey +5.5.
Mm-hmm.
Under in the Michigan-Houston game.
Love it.
And then I'm going to go New Orleans -4.5.
+18,500.
So 18.5.
+18,500.
Oh, so like 185 to 1?
185 to 1. Put a fiver on that to win $925.
So that times 5 would be about $4,000, 4,500.
Do it, cowards.
That's what I'm going to.
Do it, you
As
fucking
soon as my USFL lines show up.
Do it, you fucking cowards. I think that'll do it for the Picks Porch.
We picked them, y'all.
Did you want to give out your favorite USFL future before we go?
Oh, it's the Breakers plus 600.
Yeah, that's mine too. I also don't mind the Stars. I'm also seeing plus 600. So.
Oh, I might get in on that too. It'd be nice to have one from each division. You know?
Those are my two favorite ones. I mean, I couldn't fault people if you're seeing like if they get up to 8. I'm thinking the Panthers could be interesting this year as a long shot. Out of all 3 of the long shot ones, they're the ones I like the best. That's about it though.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Thank you all for watching. Thank you for listening. We appreciate you. We love you. And we'll see you next week for some more Picks Porch sexiness.